Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I am Paula Renfro, the Chief Academic Officer of Duval County Public Schools. Duval Public Schools is grateful for our community partnerships with nonprofit organizations such as Read USA, who make it their mission to serve our community through our most precious commodity, our children. This morning, we are here to unveil the results of Read USA's randomized control trial in literacy tutoring. I'm immensely proud to have been a partner in this initiative from the onset, collaborating closely with Dr. Rob Kelly and the entire Read USA team to complement and enhance the literacy instruction priorities within our district. Our collaboration has been fueled by a shared commitment to empower every student with the essential skill of literacy. Today, we celebrate not just the successes of our joint efforts, but also our promise of what they hold for the future of education in Duval County and really beyond. The results we're discussing today offer robust evidence of the efficacy of Read USA's after-school tutoring program, and they underscore the transformative impact of strategic evidence-based literacy interventions. Together, in partnership with Read USA, we will keep working tirelessly to expand our reach and ensure that more students not only meet, but exceed their grade level reading expectations. This commitment is vital, as literacy is not just a foundational academic skill, but a gateway to lifelong learning and opportunities. Now, it is with great pleasure to introduce someone who, like me, has been a supporter and partner of Read USA for many years. Please join me in welcoming our school board chair, Daryl Willey.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Ms. Renfro, and thank you so much for everyone being here to witness and experience what we've been experiencing for years now. I want to welcome you all to the Klein, where we make many big decisions as we sit behind, and many of them focus on literacy and making sure our students elevate as quickly as they can to make sure they can read on grade level. Today we're talking about literacy, and it's about improvement for our elementary school students. As you know, many of our students in Duval County, reading on grade level is a huge and an important factor and priority for this board. We sit here because we care and we understand how critically important it is. It enables our students to experience and see worlds that they may have never seen or experienced before. And we want to embrace that because we want them to become the lifelong learners that they can and will be. And I can tell you this, this opportunity for our students to embrace and understand literacy will open doors that they may never understood before. So we're just really excited to be here today. So Read USA. I've been involved and connected with Read USA since the very beginning, since a book fair in an elementary school, since the seed and inception, and now here today. It's just an honor to be here as the board chair, being able to recognize this for many of students, especially in many of our Title I schools. So to witness the impact of Read USA, the literacy programs during the past 5 years has been nothing short of inspiring. And to see the individual improvement and growth in each and every one of our students who participate in our programs, there's power. There's power in this program. So I know you're not here to see me. You really want to hear about the results and why we're here today. And I'm excited for you to hear about many of those results from this randomized, controlled and conducted study by Read USA. Through scientific evaluation and how students are improving literacy through participation in this program. So I want you all to hear from the CEO, Mr. Rob Kelly, who has put in tremendous work to ensure that this program continues to proceed and succeed. Dr. Kelly has been the Read USA CEO for the past 2 years and is really familiar with Duval County Public Schools. He served as a 1st and 4th grade teacher. He's also been a district-wide literacy specialist, supporting both teachers and administrators. So he understands this work from a very intimate level. He also has his doctoral degree in early and middle childhood education, so he really gets it and understands not only the practical parts of it, but also the humanity parts of this work. So we're really excited to hear what he has to say today. So without further ado, I want to bring up the CEO of Read USA, Dr. Kelly, to tell us all about this amazing study. Dr. Kelly.
Good morning, everyone. All right, I've got to find my place here. Here I am. Thank you, Board Chair Willie. I appreciate you, and thank you for sharing your remarks today. We're thankful for your partnership and support, and it's with immense gratitude and excitement that I stand before you today to share the results of Read USA's first ever randomized control trial study of our literacy tutoring program. And this study, which we conducted in close partnership with Duval County Public Schools, is the first of its kind among literacy providers in North Florida in recent times. So the findings from this study unequivocally demonstrate that Read USA Literacy Tutoring Program is not just an intervention. It is a proven, evidence-based solution that yields substantial education results. We've observed remarkable improvements in literacy in the district across 2nd to 5th grade students in our literacy program, and the students tutored under this initiative showed dramatic gains in areas such as reading comprehension, which is hard to get, word reading accuracy, and oral reading fluency. And they outperformed their peers who did not receive the same intervention. First, I want to say these successes do not happen in isolation. It takes a lot of people working together to see results like this. So we could not have done it without the unwavering support and collaboration of our funding partners. So first and foremost, I want to thank our superintendent, Dr. Dana Krisnar, who has been a supporter, and not just a supporter because she likes me or Read USA, which you do, right? But she's a supporter because of the data, because of the outcomes that we're getting. And also Chief Academic Officer Paula Renfro, for the same reason. She wants what's best for the children. And then also, look at these dedicated school board members here. They are here, again, because they see outcomes, and that's their job, is to make sure that we are providing what's best for children. And we're held to that standard, and we're going to continue to do so. But also, there are so many other leaders and members in the community that help make this possible and have helped make this possible over the past few years, and I'm thankful for them. I want to extend my gratitude to the City of Jacksonville, Kids Hope Alliance, who's funded the tutoring program since its inception, and many other individuals and businesses, some of whom are here today, who are equally invested in the work alongside Read USA. So your commitment to enhancing literacy in our community is making an impact. I'm also grateful to Mayor Donna Deegan's focus on literacy. She's brought all the sectors in the community to the table, not only to encourage kids to read more, but to fund those who are moving the needle on literacy, and we appreciate that. Special thank you to our board chair, Ellen Wiss, who's here with us today. We thank her for her leadership and dedication to Read USA. It's her guidance that's been our North Star. Like Mr. Willie said, starting at that one school many years ago and expanding to what we're doing today. So we thank you, Ellen, for your vision of that bring us here today. And many thanks to our board of directors and advisory council. Again, some of them are here with us today. And I want to thank our staff. Like I said, it's a team. I get to be the one that's up here talking, but our staff who makes this possible is here. Thank you so much for working behind the scenes for kids, teachers, and students in this community. And then finally, our Ohio State University team who does our external evaluation, big thanks to them. Our partnership with Duval County Public Schools has been integral to facilitating this first ever randomized control trial study, and we couldn't have implemented it without their support. This collaboration underscores the importance of working hand in hand with educational institutions, with school districts, to foster environments where evidence-based practices thrive and substantive impact. And I wanted to tell you that this is just in, Read USA has been asked by one of our national funders to be a part of helping other nonprofits across the country have the relationship or build relationships that we have with our school board and districts. So thank you for working with us and helping us build that relationship. We're going to be a national model of what we're doing because apparently some people aren't doing this, so we can help them. Over the past 4 years, Read USA has used external evaluators to analyze our data from our literacy tutoring program to make sure that the effectiveness of what we're doing is there, because if it's not, we need to do something different. For 5 consecutive data analysis reports, the data analyses have indicated that Read USA literacy tutoring is helping elementary students improve their literacy skills. And now with the results we are sharing today, we can say without hesitation that Read USA literacy tutoring is a proven evidence-based intervention. The reason we can say that is because it's no longer correlational data. We've now done an experimental study with a treatment and control group. We can talk about causation. It's what propels the literacy improvement we're seeing. And a randomized controlled trial allows us to isolate the factor that we're working with, which is Read USA tutoring. The study we conducted looked at 7 DCPS Title I schools, where 159 students participated in Read USA tutoring, and 154 students were in the control group or business as usual. And those students weren't left out. They got tutoring in semester 2. They just didn't get it in semester 1 while we were conducting the RCT. The students received an average of 3 months of tutoring, 3 days a week, 40 minutes per day. And on average, the students who received tutoring started about 1 to 2 grade levels behind in reading. Using the Florida Assessment of Student Thinking, or FAST, to measure the effectiveness of literacy tutoring. So we're using the state assessment results to measure our effectiveness. The study results showed that students who participated in Read USA literacy tutoring were 68% more likely to increase a performance level in reading skills compared to the students in the control group at those same schools. It also showed that students of color were likely to increase as well, which is important because our data showed that it worked effectively across all demographic groups. Read USA literacy tutoring was also found to work well with English language learners, those from lower socioeconomic backgrounds, and students with a learning disability. The results showed similar performance on the Gray Oral Reading Test, or we call it the GORT, and particularly with improvement in reading comprehension. So remember, this was about 3 months of intervention time, or 3 months of teaching. In 3 months, one would expect students to make 3 months of growth. And that is evident with students in the control group. So what that tells me, when I look at that data and I say students in the control group who didn't get Read USA tutoring made 3 months of growth in 3 months, that says that the core instruction that Duval County Public Schools is providing is working. But because these students are starting 1 to 2 grade levels below, they don't need regular core alone. They have to have something accelerated, which is why this board and superintendent brought in Read USA to help that. So isn't that nice to hear something positive? That's great, isn't it? Yes. Good job, board and administration. So let me just give you a couple of quick examples of the growth. So according to the Gray Oral Reading Test, which we used, it's a standardized reading test used nationally, Read USA students for word reading accuracy gained about 8 months of progress in 3 months compared to about 2.5 months for the control group. For oral reading rate, the oral reading rate was almost the same. Read USA gained about 4 months, control students about 3.5 months. For oral reading fluency, that means putting together our accuracy and our reading speed and how smooth we read, putting all that together, oral reading fluency, Read USA students gained 5 months in a 3-month period. Students in the control group gained 3 months. And then reading comprehension, which is one of the harder things to tap into, especially as students get older. For Read USA students, they gained more than 7 months in comprehension in 3 months, and the control group made about 3 months. So again, we can see that core instruction is effective, but acceleration is needed, and that's what we're providing. So it's not just a testament to the effectiveness of the Read USA model, but it's also a call to the broader educational community. It emphasizes the importance of utilizing evidence-based instructional methods, particularly those developed and implemented by nonprofits like Read USA, which are crucial for achieving lasting educational improvement. And that's another thing we're looking at. Stay tuned, because we're going to be looking at the data at the end of the school year to say, not only did we achieve an immediate result, but does that achievement continue after students leave Read USA tutoring? That's very important as well. So as we move forward, our team remains committed to refining our approach, exploring deeper collaborations, and scaling our efforts to reach even more students. The journey towards universal literacy continues, and with your continued support and the support that we already have from these dedicated school board members, superintendent, and school leaders here, we're optimistic that we are building a literate, empowered, thriving community of future citizens. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your commitment to transforming lives through literacy. And we're going to continue to work together to ensure that every child has the tools they need to succeed in school and in life. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Duval County School Board member April Carney, who has also been a great partner and supporter and friend of our tutoring program. So please welcome Ms. Carney.
Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to be here. Again, my name is April Carney, and I represent District 2 on the Duval County School Board, but I am also the proud parent of a high school senior who is a Read USA tutor at Lake Lucina Elementary in Arlington. I want to talk to you a little bit today about what I have seen with Read USA's literacy tutoring program. As Dr. Kelly mentioned a few moments ago, Read USA's literacy tutoring program has been active at DCPS for the past few years. During that time, we have seen improvement in the literacy skills of the elementary students who participate, and we have also seen growth in other areas of their academic performance. Possessing proficient literacy skills transcends into all other areas of academic achievement. In other words, a student's reading comprehension enables them to better understand and apply what they are learning in other subjects they learn besides English. The ability to comprehend test questions in a math class, or the ability to describe an important piece of history or science concept, all come from the ability to read proficiently. There are other benefits as well, some of which you cannot quantify, but are just as important. You will hear more shortly from a Read USA teacher, teen tutor, and the parent of a child who participates in literacy tutoring. But I will say one of the most important additional benefits is improved confidence. The students who participate in literacy tutoring improve their literacy skills and their confidence in their abilities. This transcends outside of the classroom in other areas of their lives and empowers them to know that they can succeed at anything that they put their mind, energy, and effort into. However, it's also the teen tutors who derive many benefits too. Read USA teen tutors learn highly valuable workforce skills serving as a Read USA tutor. They earn a paycheck, they learn financial responsibility, and cultivate other skills that better position them to enter college and or the workforce after high school, such as resume writing, interview skills, and professional conduct. These skills are transferable to any profession or industry they may choose to enter. Furthermore, being a Read USA tutor teaches tutors how to teach, another useful skill that is embedded in many jobs. Read USA results have also reported improved literacy skills in high school students as well. They've also created more opportunities for its teen tutors to develop their leadership skills through programs and partnerships like the AmeriCorps Tutor Leaders Program. My daughter was actually recently inducted as an AmeriCorps Tutor Leader with Read USA, and through this program, she is being exposed to many new experiences and had so many opportunities for civic engagement, and it's helping her become a well-rounded individual before she even enters college. Her ability to tutor a younger child has given her so much confidence, knowing as an elementary education major going into her fall year as a freshman in college. It's really been great for her to get her feet wet and let her know that she's actually, not only is this something in her heart that she wants to do, but now she can go out and do it. There's something to be said for the confidence of putting that red apron on every day gives a teen tutor. I'm really excited that we are able to collaborate with our older students, that they get the chance to become part of the new teacher pipeline. So not only are we helping our younger students bring up their literacy levels, but we're sending out future teachers into the workforce, and it's something to be really excited about. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to share my observations and my daughter's experience with you all today. Now please welcome Miss Tracy Anglin, a third grade teacher at Jacksonville Heights Elementary, who will share her experiences and perspectives of the Read USA's literacy tutoring program. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tracy Anglin, as was introduced. I'm a third grade English and Language Arts teacher at Jacksonville Heights Elementary. I also work with the Read USA literacy tutoring programs in the afternoon. Today, I would like to share my experience with the program and just to speak on some of the observations I've seen with my students. I've seen improvement with my students' ability to comprehend what they are reading, how they are now willing participants in class as a result of the tutoring they are receiving. Because of tutoring, they are now catching up to their grade level because, as was said before by Dr. Kelly, these are students who were performing 1 or 2 grade levels below their current grade level. The books that they are now taking up, they can hold a robust discussion about them. They're more quickly identifying main ideas, and I've seen great fluency improvement in my students. They are also learning new vocabulary words. What they are learning at tutoring complements what they are doing in class as it aligns with the standards that is being taught in the classroom. And it is ultimately also building their confidence. Prior to the tutoring, some of my students would be hesitant and not want to read aloud in class. However, now I'm seeing them volunteering, and they're now reading aloud because they have become more confident in their ability to read. Tutoring has not only helped with English and language arts, but also in other subject areas. For example, speaking from a personal experience, we had a student who is a part of the program. He doesn't read well, and his math teacher came and she explained to us that for the first time he was scoring outside of a level 1, and he told her that it was as a result of his tutoring because he was now able to read the questions. So we consider that a shout out that we shared with our tutors. Because of tutoring, they're now better able to read questions, and they're now scoring much better. What they're learning in tutoring is transferring back into our classroom and other subject areas. As a teacher, I can tell you my students are now hungry to learn, and they find it such a pleasure to participate in class discussion. Now they were learning about opinion essays, and I realized that my student, he wanted to just speak. He wanted to talk. Before, he would be one of those who were timid, but because of the confidence, he was like, Miss Anglin, why didn't I score that? And I explained it to him, and I said, okay, I understand. So he's now transferring it. Then he took back that information to tutoring, and they were able to do much better. They're now talking more because they want clarity, they want to understand, and they really do want to learn more. They're even better, a bit more argumentative. Not in a bad way, no, it's not bad, but it's because of the confidence and their ability now to hold a conversation which they did not have before. Overall, I've witnessed literacy tutoring be a positive experience in our school and our students. They want to read. They want to go to Read USA. They are asking for their tutors on a Monday morning. Miss Hanglin, do we have tutoring today? No, today is Monday. Okay. So they're excited about going to tutoring. This is as a result of the rapport that they're building with their tutors, and they like to participate in their lessons. They get a book, they pick it up, and they start to discuss it. I think that is because of the freedom Read USA gives them to choose a book they like and not one that is assigned to them. Overall, I've seen great things happening with the program and with our students. I'd like to introduce you to one of our tutors, China Taban.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is China Tobin, and I'm a ReUSA tutor. I am also proud to say that I have been a ReUSA tutor since the program started. Since the very first session, I have been there. Before joining ReUSA, I didn't have a lot of workforce skills, so I was nervous at first, but very quickly realized that ReUSA is very welcoming to teenagers who want to make an impact in our community. I knew that I would be doing something very impactful with a lot of responsibility. I have learned a lot of new skills that I can use anywhere after I earn my degree, including resume writing, interview skills, financial management, and others. This is the same for all my fellow tutors. It's very beneficial for us in addition to the students, and we all feel more confident in ourselves. As a tutor, you realize the forever impact you have on the kids you tutor when they themselves realize they can do this. By having someone like a tutor be their cheerleader and tell them they can, it builds their confidence as well as their reading skills. When students first walk in, they are scared and timid because they think they aren't smart, that they're not good at reading. But when you make that bond with them, they start to enjoy coming to tutoring. They realize it's not a punishment. It's time to get someone's attention for 40 minutes, and they see that their tutor cares about them and wants them to improve. We are people who are outside of the classroom who believe in them and encourage them. It's amazing to see the transformation in our kids. One third grade kid I tutor, she is very shy and kept to herself. It was hard to make conversation with her. She was nervous to get things wrong and that she would get frustrated. I remind her, you're allowed to make mistakes. I'm here to help you along the way. After we broke down that barrier, we were then able to hold conversations. Now, when she gets an answer wrong, she fixes it and keeps moving without getting so frustrated. So, in addition to seeing the literacy skill improvement with ReUSA tutoring, we also see improvement in personalities and other character traits to help them succeed. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you guys today. And I want to introduce one of the parents of ReUSA. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tierica Watts. My daughter Giovanni is in the 3rd grade, participating in ReUSA tutoring at Jacksonville Heights Elementary. I want to share you all this morning that I think ReUSA is doing an outstanding job with tutoring. My daughter was usually a straight A student, but a teacher told me a while back that she was failing some exercises, and she wasn't quite reading on grade level, and she was failing tests. She didn't understand the questions, and when she found out she was failing, she would cry and didn't want to talk about it. So I had to really sit her down and tell her, you're not in trouble. We're going to get through this. Her teacher then told me about Read USA Tutoring and recommended that I sign her up, and so we did. Giovanna was a little nervous about tutoring at first because, she didn't know what to expect. And now, ever since she's been in tutoring, my baby went from an F back to being an A student. I was astounded that she has improved her reading comprehensions, and we're seeing the results. Now my daughter comes to me saying, "Look, I did this and I passed." She's very proud of herself, and I'm so proud of her as well for having the courage to face her challenges. I try to tell her what she don't know now, you will know later, and she believes that now, and her confidence has improved. Overall, it's been a wonderful thing for Giovanni, and I would tell any other parent who's considering Read USA Tutoring to go for it. You will see the results. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Dana Krisner, and I'm the very proud superintendent of Duval County Public Schools, and it's a pleasure to be here. I'm telling you, these kids love their tutors, and they look forward to seeing them every single week, and the tutors take their jobs so seriously in terms of lesson planning and planning for instruction. As you've already heard, the Read USA Literacy Tutoring Program has greatly complemented the literacy initiatives that are active in Duval County Public Schools, including UFly, which is our literacy initiative through the University of Florida. We value our partnership with Read USA and all the community partners who work so hard to support literacy for our students. What is special about Read USA is that it not only does the tutoring have a tremendous impact on our elementary students, but the teenagers and young adults who do the actual tutoring benefit as well. This tutoring initiative provides our teens with workforce skills that they can apply throughout their lives. Some of these tutors have been inspired to pursue careers in education and to become teachers in our school district. And finally, of course, you've seen the specific impact of literacy tutoring on the students who receive it. The evidence is in the data and the results. We are happy to see the improvement in reading for our elementary students participating in the program, who are at such a crucial age to cultivate skills for lifelong learning. Read USA Literacy Tutoring Program is a key component in helping our school district move the needle on closing the reading gap, and we are grateful for Read USA's partnership. I specifically want to thank Dr. Kelly and Ellen Wiss for their vision and commitment to supporting these students. None of this would have happened without you. Thank you all for being here today, and now I'll turn it back over to Dr. Kelly for questions. Dr. Kelly?
Hi. Thank you again for everybody being here today. Are there any questions? Yes. Gaining months in accuracy. So whenever kids start to learn to read, one of the components of reading is being able to read words accurately in a book. And that includes things you might hear people talk about, decoding words or learning sight words, things like that. So when you start gaining months in accuracy, that means that you're able to possibly decode more difficult words like multisyllabic words, or you've learned more sight words. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right.
How much do you think that helps?
Right. I'll answer your second question first. Since we have a tutor right here, I saw her shaking her head yes, and we have a student over there as well. The relationship part is critical. And I can look to my education colleagues here, they're shaking their heads as well. Whether it's a teacher or a paraprofessional or anyone who's working with a child, the relationship is critical. Having that closer peer is even more beneficial. Sometimes the relationships that the tutors build they do look at them as like that older brother or sister, right? Who probably isn't giving them as much time a day as these tutors are, right? But that relationship part is important. It's also important, though, because a lot of the kids that come to Read USA Tutoring, just like you heard Mrs. Watts talk about, they are dealing with not only a reading issue, but a confidence issue. And that experiencing, failure or telling, people telling you you're wrong all the time, no, that's not right, you need to do better, that just erodes your confidence. So I think that's where the relationship part comes in as well, is not only are they improving literacy, but improving that confidence and building them back up that you can do this, right? Going back to your first question about professional development, that is paramount, right? And I know that this district, these school board members and superintendent and district leadership believe that as well. And that is an integral part of the tutoring program. So we provide training to the teachers who work with us. And by the way, most of the teachers that work with us are Duval County Public Schools teachers who work with us after school. So they can bring their expertise. They make a little extra money supporting their salary. But we're adding to their professional development that they can take back into the classroom. But also through the tutors, some of them will be teachers, some of them won't. But someone said earlier the importance that education's in everything, right? But many of these tutors will also become parents. So we're also helping them to learn how they might help their own children when they're learning to read. So I think there's a ripple effect with the tutoring program through professional development back into the classroom, but also back into the community. Did that okay. Yeah. Okay. I think it's you.
This is for you, Dr. Kelly, or the school district. This is the first year that best scores will count in the state. How do you think that this progress monitoring 3 is just about to get started if it's not underway, based on what my third grader tells me? How do you think that this will help in progress monitoring scores throughout this year and then the years to come for these students who are in the first grade?
Right. I'd like Dr. Krisner to also have a chance to answer that, but my thinking is if the trend continues that we've already seen, we've seen that from progress monitoring 1 to progress monitoring 2, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's beginning of the year testing and mid-year testing aligned to the state test. That's where we saw the gains that we're reporting today, about a 60%, right, more likelihood of increasing a performance level between progress monitoring 1 and progress monitoring 2. When the school session ends, we will then do a second analysis to see if those trends continued for students who are no longer in tutoring, but then we'll also do that secondary analysis for students who got tutoring in semester 2. So we'll look at progress monitoring 2 to progress monitoring 3 to see their results. But in terms of did you want a broader answer for the district? Dr. Krisner, do you have anything to add? Okay.
Thank you for the question. This is also the first year that we'll have growth scores. And so looking at those students who are reading below grade level and focusing on students earlier than that 3rd grade assessment, I think that we'll begin to see better and better results. And so really looking at growth scores to see how much they've grown and how much they've closed that gap between where they are and where they need to be, that's what I think that we're really going to be looking at, particularly for these students who started behind.
Any more questions? No? Okay. Thank you again so much for coming. And I just again want to thank these school board members, the superintendent, and Paula Renfro, taking their time to come here today and join us, I really hope that this shows the unity that we have around this issue. Literacy is important. We all think it's important, and we're all here to help children. So I think that's a really clear message for us to leave with today as well. So thank you, everyone.